Yeah, so there's some reef around here. It's not particularly deep, and I've never really caught any decent pollock over here. There's sand you can fish, and there was a particular spot I was thinking of doing today, but like I said earlier, I just couldn't face being sitting there at anchor, twiddling my thumbs in the rain. Um, and there is some like bigger, deeper reef if you're prepared to paddle a mile or so, which that probably will hold some decent pollock and other things. So there's quite a few options for fishing out of here. To be fair, the coastline's beautiful, as most of it is down this way. Tons of parking, huge car parks there, both of which let you park overnight if you've got a camper or whatever, which is really nice. I've done it a couple of times actually, even though I only live up the road. It's just nice to wake up next to the beach sometimes, take the rod down and have a wander up the beach with the rod. That's a hit. Gone. And it's not extortionate, so I think it's like a 10 or 12 quid for an overnight thing, and I've just paid 3 quid for 8 hours parking. And the car park's 100 meters, not even 100 meters from the beach, so it's an easy set up, drag, launch, as long as the waves aren't crashing onto the beach. That's a hit. Is that fish? There's plenty here still. Is he back? Where was I? So yeah, you got pub there. You can get like cooked meals, tea, coffee, whatever else you get in a pub. I don't know if the toilets are open anymore. I don't think they are. So if you wanted the toilet, you might have to go in the pub. But there's just up the road. There's a spa and a where you can get whatever you need from there. Really, it's quite a nice spot. Like I said, the only thing that puts me off fishing it more often is the fact that the waves, landing and launching, can be a nightmare in the waves. Right, I've got to have a couple more casts. I've had a couple of bites that I haven't managed to hook up, so there's still fish here and they're still feeding. Fish, yes, yeah, no doubt about that one. Whack. This one actually feels weightier, but it doesn't seem to have bothered really putting up much of a fight. Yeah, I think this one be interesting to see because feels like a decent fish that's not fighting very much. Also known as a small fish. Ah, right. Maybe because I hooked him in the top of the head. That might have something to do with it. Fish number 7. Get that out of there. Wow. There we go, another one. Beautiful. fish. Yeah. Well, this is fantastic. I've never had bass fishing like this. Number 8. Apart from one or two, they've not been tiny. Ow. Ooh, you bugger. Oh, that's going to hurt if he flips around now. Good boy. Girl, whatever. Good fish. So, boys and girls. Good until then. Right, there's another little one. The last cast. The eternal optimism of the lifelong fisher. You always think the next trip's going to be the one, or the next cast is going to bring you the monster. Oh, that was it. I'm going to stop it, see if it comes back. Nope, that didn't work. It seems to be right by those two rocks over there, actually. And at the end of my cast, so almost as soon as I start reeling in, I've had a couple of fish in that spot. And get it in there again. There's someone. What is he doing? Paddle boarding. Without a paddle. Whatever you call that. Just boarding, I suppose. Oh, that's a fish. Yeah. I was beginning to think, oh, that's it, they've moved on. I'll have my fun. I'm not going to get that one last. One last fix. Oh, hang on. Wow. A pollock. Didn't expect that. I was already counting up the bass then. And a pollock. A huge pollock, but quite happy to see that. Here we go. Alright, the bass I've moved on. Right. I could stay out here all day trying to catch these bass quite happily. So this is going to be one last cast, and I'm going to spin around and troll some lures back towards shore. I've had a good number of fish. Of course, when an angler says one last cast, he rarely means one last cast. What he means is about 15. That was a practice run. This is the last one. Oh, it's a hit. Oh, how can that be my last cast? That can't be my last cast. Got to give that fish another chance to hook itself. Oh, is that it? Yes, and there it is. Ha! Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on now. I'm hooked up, but I'm snagged up rather. I had a fish then take that straight away, pick it up, drop it, dropped it again, and dropped it into a snag. Christ, it's getting shallow here. See if I can get this. I didn't realise it was as shallow as that. God. Ah, we're away. That's mega shallow. Okay, the sensible thing to do would be to pack that in before I do lose a lure. So, let's just do that. I'm going to put these behind me and then head back to shore. Got a couple of fish to sort out when I get home, and the usual washing everything down and lubricating the reels and all that business. So get back in. Right, let's go. What's that? Oh, that was a fish already. I literally just put that rod in the holder. I had a tug. That's so shallow in there. If I had my top water lure box with me, I would have a bash at that, because I've been getting those hits in there, and it's like 2 meters, 2 meters deep, if that. Well, I don't like to come out with everything. You know, if I'd have had squid jigs on me, I would have had a little bash out there and see if I could pick up some cuttlefish after one chased the lure to the surface. And I brought my, have I got my, yeah, I've got my bait fishing tackle with me, because I thought I was going to anchor up. Glad I didn't now, you know, I've had an epic bass session, and it hasn't finished yet. Christ. Oh, that feels like a decent one. Oh, I'm marking a huge shoal of fish there. How can I go back to shore when the fishing is this unusually good? Come on, Bassie, around the front. Yeah, I don't like this 8-foot business. There's another one. Oh my word. The number of marks under here now that's colossal. If that is bass, I'm going to have to fish here some more. This is silly. Right. Folks, there's bass number 9. Not very big. Right, I can't resist just having a couple of chucks here whilst I'm on my way back in. Oh, fish, yes! Oh, this place is teeming with fish, isn't it? Brilliant. Oh, what an epic session, epic bass session for me. That's not a bad fish either. Stop it. Stop it. You're breaking my favourite lure. Another little bass. Number 10. Right. I'm heading back in. I've had the best bass session I've ever had. So if you've made it all this way, thanks for joining me. The sea's gone glassy. It's stopped raining. It's a shame to be going in, but I've got, filleting, cleaning up to do. Got to see my family at some point, so better get myself back in there. There's no swell, so the landing should be okay. Hopefully I won't make a mess of that. There shouldn't be any waves to worry about anyway. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of video on the beach, I think, and maybe the car park, just a quick look around to show people what it's like if they're thinking of coming down here. I'll add this video to my playlist of places to launch, where I talk about different launch sites and the facilities and the pros and cons and that kind of thing. And if that's the kind of thing you might find interesting or useful, please consider subscribing. I get out and fish as often as I can and try to make it a bit informative. I'm not an expert at everything, but if you can learn from some of my mistakes, then hopefully it'll save you making them. Anyway, thanks for watching Kite Fishing Cornwall, and I'll catch you next time. Right, got to have a troll on the way in, haven't you? And it looks like it's paid off. What a session. Don't feel very bassy. But that's what I'm expecting it to be, considering where I was there when I hooked up. There he is. There is a bass. Smallest one of the day. Bass number 11. Oop, he's unhooked himself. Helpful little bass. Ah! Whoa, spikiest one of the day. Got an angry little fish, but I can't bloody get hold of. That's getting embarrassing. Right, there he is. One little tiny spiky one, number 11. buddy. Just can't resist banging this out for the last 100 meters back into shore. Might as well, mate. Be rude not to be.